What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So here we are, our first knockout round games against Ajax. First game is away from home and it's going to be a very important and interesting game. I'm still very confident that we can get 2 wins. I'm pretty sure we can get 2 wins against Ajax. I'm confident we're going to get through. I'm confident we're going to have another quarter final this season. So, a few things to go through. So obviously transfer window has been and gone. So we're going to talk about the transfer windows for our club and then about the league. And then I've got a little bit of news with the Gibraltar national team as well. So quite a bit to go over before we go into the game. So I'll start with the ins. So we brought in Gerard Dubé, the Ivorian centre defensive mid. Oh, centre back, sorry, not centre defensive mid, sorry. Wrong player I'm thinking of. I don't even know where that came from actually. But anyway, yeah, the centre back from the Ivory Coast. Now as you can see, he's currently on loan to Lincoln. And the reason I brought him back in is because I realised that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. He spent around 5 years at this club. And I was like, we need to keep him in Gibraltar for as long as we can because he's very, very close to actually being eligible. Or he might even be eligible for the national team soon. So, you know, once you spend 5 years, you can become eligible for the Gibraltar national team. And hopefully, you know, he'll be willing to do that. So, Gerard Dubé, he's someone... That's the only reason I signed him back, just so we can hopefully keep him, you know, keep him eligible for the national team. On loan to Lincoln, which is good as well, which means he should be hopefully playing for them, which is always nice for the, again, which could benefit the national team, actually. And the only other guy we signed was £195,000 South African centre midfielder from SF Stars, who doesn't look too bad, in my opinion. 18. Obviously got a lot of potential in him, or a little bit left, a little bit more potential in him. Currently 1.5 stars, so not a bad centre midfielder. And in terms of our centre midfield ranking, it sort of goes to DB, David, and then him, Jali. So yeah, I'm happy with this guy. I think it was a cheap transfer fee. We can definitely sell him on for some profit in the future, I believe. And like I said, hopefully we can utilise the potential that's within him. And actually, I've got a better guy, haven't I? No, I don't have a better guy. Yeah, but hopefully we can utilise the potential within him. And he can be a decent backup player for us in the future, which is what he signed for. And I've got 2 other signings as well I want to talk about. They won't be coming into the end of the season. But first guy is Melvin Marquez from Jamaican team Montego Bay United. 19 years of age, left back. Has played for the national team for Jamaica. So you may be wondering why I'm signing him. But again, it's his potential. He's got some decent potential on him. Very cheap signing, free transfer. In fact, sorry, not even very cheap, but free transfer. I thought, yeah, look, we'll sign him. We'll take the risk on him. And hopefully we can sell him on for some profit. At a worst. And the other guy as well, Damian McDonald, 17 years of age, goalkeeper from the same club, same country. This time he's not capped for Jamaica's national team, but again, had a little bit of potential on him. I thought, yeah, you know what he could do? He could be someone that could A, play for the national team in the future, and B, just be a good backup player, or C, we can sell him on for some profit. So those are 2 signings that I thought, yeah, look, £1,000 for 2 signings for a club that currently have 61 million in the bank. That's not even 1% of what we've got in the bank. I'm happy to pay that for him, for 2 players. So, those were the signings we've brought in. In terms of the outs, we have... well, we sold Vincent Matee. I was going to say we released Dubé earlier, but that was earlier in the season. But yeah, Vincent Matee left the club. He joined Real Sociedad, who are in the 2nd division of Spain, for £62,000. Matee was at the club for a long time, and he wanted to leave. I mentioned this, so we pre-arranged a deal with Sociedad that he would join them. So as soon as our transfer window opened, bang, he left the side. Yeah, he was, you know, he was a good player for us for a few years. It was a main guy for us for a few years, but just completely fell out of the team for the past 3 or 4 seasons. So, yeah, just, you know, the progress we're making and how quickly we're making it, he's no longer available for the team. But apart from that, just some loan players out, so there's no other news for our transfers. However, I want to talk about the transfers for one other club, and it's Lincoln. Lincoln have been very busy in this window, and I've actually been very happy with the action I've seen them make. So, with their ins... As you can see, they spent £6 million on Juan Morel Paredes from Real Madrid's youth squad, pretty much, or their B team, I know, technically. But yeah, they've spent £6 million on a young striker that looks pretty decent. I have to say, looks like he has some nice potential in him. I'm happy that they've gone out and signed some decent players. And again, if we go to the last guy they spent money on, who the last signing of their window, a 22-year-old goalkeeper from Partizan. Now, this guy does play for Serbia, and I'm a little bit worried about that because Billy Jones, is obviously a keeper. I sold to them earlier and was our first choice Gibraltar keeper until Fofana became available. But yeah, it's sort of disappointing that they'll be knocking out a Gibraltar player or Gibraltarian player. But yeah, I think it's another good signing. You know, pretty cheap or decently cheap. I think they're signing some great players. And if I click on their other players, you'll see You know, they're trying to increase the quality of the players they currently have available to them, and it'll be interesting to see how they do in Europe next year, because clearly they're not afraid now to explore the foreign markets. Maybe they've now been able to go out there and actually scout other nations apart from just Gibraltar, and therefore they've found all these players that they weren't exactly available to them before. So yeah, Lincoln are looking good. Other people in this window didn't really do any action to note of, but I was really surprised with the 6 million and the 525k Lincoln actually spent on players, and it's good to see that they're splashing the cash that they've been given and they're receiving, because I'm pretty sure they have more than 60 million in their bank balance, because they're not actually spending their money yet. But hopefully in the summer, based on what they've done in this winter transfer window, they finally realise what they've inherited and what they've been given, and they're going out there to spend it. As you can see, look how many people they signed on the last day. I didn't realise all these guys were on the last day. Wow, it's a lot of last day transfers. But anyway, yeah, that's it with the with our transfers, with the league's transfers. Like I say, no other notable transfers I want to talk of. But onto the national team. So obviously we won. We got promoted from the Nations League Division D, and I was informed of some incredible news. thanks to a guy in the comments. I can't remember your name. God damn it! You always comment, and I like your videos. But yeah, I can't remember your name off the top of my head. Sorry about that. But yeah, he informed me that in real life, winners of each individual division, or promote teams that finish top of their division, so for example all the people you currently see in green, they automatically qualify for the playoffs of the Euro Championships, you know, European Championships in the summer, or in the summer in a few years time. And I was like, okay, let me double check that. So I don't know what I'm doing. So I went on to the previous Group D winners, Luxembourg. I was like, okay, this is the exact group we're in, Group 3, Division D, and let me see if this is correct. And as you can see, it is correct. Finland played them in the European Championship qualifying playoff semi-final. So what happens is basically those teams that finish second, and also those teams that have been promoted and stuff from their divisions, they meet in the semi-finals. And it's actually one of the reasons why we had a few of our players missing last time when we played in the quarterfinals? Based on the March. Yeah, it was no, it was the yeah, it would have been the quarterfinals when our players were missing, because of course Albania, as you remember, Bekim Musta was unavailable because he was playing in the semi-final. But yeah, there's now a semi-final and a final. So technically, next time we go into the Euro qualifiers, no matter what we do in our division, because by the way, Luxembourg only picked up 1 point in the 2031 qualifying, and we picked up more than them. So no matter what happens in our qualifying group, we're automatically in the playoffs. And again, I still wasn't 200% sure, because I was like, I'm not necessarily ever comfortable just sort of taking it. So hang on, let me go. Can I get onto Division D, Group 3? So again, I went back onto my Group 3, and I was like, let's have a look at the year before, if it wants to let me. And I was like, okay, Albania were actually the team. There you go. As you can see, Albania were the team to get promoted from the group. Again, we are in 2 years in the future, and they were the team that are in the playoff semi-final. And again, based on their group, qualifying Group H, if I go onto that for god damn it, so much effort just to go to H. Group H, Albania finished 3rd. So it's great news. We're technically 2 games away from getting to a major European competition. So I'm going to use this time. I tried to use this time to set up some friendlies against some tricky European teams, but I can only manage to muster up one, which is against Estonia. But I have an idea that I want to sort of go out there and play this sort of defensive-minded tactic, with the idea of just sitting back, absorbing pressure, and trying to nick the game late on. I think this would be something that could work for this team. And like I say, because we're so close to the European, because technically we're 2 results away from a European finals, I'd really like to get there, because it would really benefit this nation. So yeah, my plan is to still try and play obviously attacking football in games where I feel we can play attacking football. But for this Estonia game, because Estonia are ranked pretty highly in the world, I think, was it 65 or something like that? 58, sorry. Because they're ranked 58th in the world, I thought, yeah, you know what, we'll test this tactic against them in June. I tried arranging other friendlies, and I did actually have a few other arranged, but they all cancelled on me for some reason. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because the World Cup qualifiers, sorry, and we're not in them. But yeah, hopefully we can wangle a result here, get maybe a nick a 1-0 victory, and then give me confidence for this tactic. But yeah, that's about the national team. It just means we've got something very exciting few years coming up with this Gibraltar national team. But as you could also see, I've currently got no fixtures arranged for this year. I don't want to arrange friendlies against teams that are not from Europe, so it really limited my choices and selection of teams. And like I say, those who were available for friendlies decided to turn me down. So, yeah, don't expect an update for Gibraltar national team for a while. Of course, I'll keep you informed. I'll keep you up to date whenever there's a result or whatever, but there's not going to be many chances of that. So, what I will do now is we'll get into this game because I've rambled on long enough. We're playing Ajax away from home in Holland. The last time we played the Dutch team, I believe, was Ajax themselves. 59,484 people are going to be here. We're playing Frank de Boer, who is the manager of Ajax, and let's run through this team. So, it is our strongest starting 11 today available for us. We have Martinez in goal, Armada, Fumasa, Bakayoko, Leroux, Marola, Sadivi, Hamerli, Perez, Moria, and Rudomanov. So, a very, very strong team indeed. And I'm really confident we can get a win today. Away from home as well, I'm confident we can get a win. That's what I mean today. I'm quite literally mean in this game. Right now, I'm confident we can get a win. And it'd be nice if we do beat Ajax away from home because there's not really going to be an easier away tie from this competition point onwards. So it'd be nice that after this winter break now we really test ourselves. And also I'm going into 2D, guys, for this game. It seems to be lagging. I don't know why, but my computer seems to be lagging currently on 3D quite a lot. Although it wasn't in the past, so I don't know why, but I'm just going to have to go to 2D. Hopefully you guys understand. I'd rather see a smoother game than a joltery, laggy sort of mess. But anyway, let's go. Let's get into this. We kick off and we try to get an attack straight away. In fact, we could get an attack straight away. 1 minute into the game. Rudomanov. Oh, unlucky. We get a corner and we miss a click opportunity apparently. But that's an encouraging start for us. Less than a minute into the game and we've earned a click opportunity. And, you know, pressing very hard on Ajax straight away. Putting pressure on them and trying to force a goal. So, yeah, it's good for us. I don't really know. I'm surprised by the start we made there. But anyway, now it's sort of died down a bit, but it's 10 minutes in and we've got another chance. To DB edge of the box, plays it out to Leroux, who plays it to Maria and bang! Leroux to Maria. What a strike, what a goal. His 10th goal of the season, Maria. And most importantly, we've got the lead against Ajax. There we go, out to Leroux, who I actually thought he was going to shoot Leroux, but he played it to Maria. He shot. I mean, the keeper was moving to his left. Therefore, when the shot came towards his right-hand side, it was hard for him to throw his body weight back over. Good goal, 1-0. We take the lead against Ajax and we get a vital away goal, maybe. Ajax now are trying to claw themselves back into the game. 19 minutes into this tie. And, oh no, Ajax flick it past our guy on the left. Oh no, Armada was tore apart there and they're lucky to get that goal in. Sadek with the goal. Fumasa. I don't know if Fumasa will be blamed there, but Armada was just tore apart there by the left attacking midfielder. He was put to school and yeah, I guess I was unlucky with Fumasa. He tried to clear the ball from the original cross. He then ended up getting a nick on the actual shot itself, but it didn't really do anything. Martinez was beaten anyway. It just meant he had to watch the ball slowly trickle past him into the back of the net. That's 1-1, not too bad. I would take a 1-1 in all honesty, because I feel at home we're definitely a better team than we are away. Well, obviously we're a better team than we are away. As, oh my god. Wow. I'm taken back by that. How have we let him get that shot in? Keeper didn't look great there. But in all honesty, that's 2 goals for Ajax now. 0 half chances, 0 clear opportunities. The first goal I could understand. It was a pretty, you know, Armada was tore apart, the cross came in and whatever. But that second goal, I'm a little shocked at. And it is not too great right now. Despite a good start from us, we've let it fall away from us. We let this game be turned on its head, and I'm not happy with that. Bakayoko's having a 6.2, which I'm not happy with. But yeah, I'm not happy with that. We should be doing better. We shouldn't be letting them score like that. We shouldn't be letting them first of all have them opportunities with some poor defending. As Rudomanov gets injured, but yeah, we shouldn't be conceding them types of goals. God damn it, Rudomanov injured. Hopefully he's not out for too long. We do have about a month until the second leg, but I'd still like him to be fit because I don't want his development to be hindered. But Sonogo's going to come on. We know Sonogo can score. He's not played too much this season. He's not played too much actually for a while. Hopefully he can get a goal today. It'd be nice to see him get on the score sheet in the Champions League. But it's looking unlikely. Not really much happening in this second half. Now we've finally seen a highlight, but in all honesty, the amount of shots that have happened in this second half have been very small. Anyway, Armada with the ball down this right-hand side. Look, will he beat the fullback? He ends up passing it. Finding the ball back to Armada. He's got a little bit of time and space. Will Hamerli whip this in? He plays it to Sadibi, edge of the box. Back to Hamerli. What a lovely work goal there. Great link up between Erwin Hammerli and Sidibe. Wow. What a great bit of pass and move there. Hammerli just giving it to Sidibe and making the run. Sidibe seeing the run. Hammerli is onside as well. A little bit lucky there. Keeper obviously helping it on its way towards the goal. But I think it was on target anyway. And Erwin Hammerli gets us back in the game, gets us back at 2-2 and puts us in a very comfortable position going into the second leg with the 2 away goals. It's obviously 2-2 is better than 1-1 in my opinion, because the 2 away goals are even harder to overturn. Is it gonna? I think it's gonna end 2-2. I don't think we're gonna be seeing another highlight. We don't. So it ends 2-2 in Holland. I have to say I'm not too disappointed. I am still disappointed in certain aspects. Obviously, the type of goals we conceded, I never like seeing it. I mean, if we're giving away a clear opportunity and they score it, I can somewhat understand it. But yeah, not great, the goals we conceded, but the goals we scored were good. They were well-worked goals. And like I say, 2-2, we can... anyway, that's we'll do that afterwards. But yeah, 2-2, we can definitely... we can definitely still win this game. I thought we'd win it, but hey, a draw away from home against Ajax. Still maintained our unbeaten record in the league, so in the Champions League so far this season. Let's get it. Let's get at them and win the second leg. So I'll meet you guys back in a second. Okay, guys. So second leg. Here we are at Europa Point. 10,000 people are here. Let's run through this. Or let's not run through the team, but let's talk about the changes to the team. One change: Sanogo is coming in up front for the injured Pavel Rudomanov, who is out. Due to the injury picked up in the previous leg. He just narrowly missed this game. As you can see, 4 days until full fitness. But I'm confident Sanogo can still offer what we need. Obviously, Sanogo is not like some player that is lucky to still be in this team like Miro Giselle. Sanogo is actually a good player and someone that I actually, who can score. He was here last season. It's not like he's a bad player. So he comes in the starting lineup. Giselle comes in on the bench. But apart from that, I think actually Jesse Clark goes onto the bench. I don't think Jesse Clark was there last time. But yeah, apart from that, it's the same team. We're going to go out there, hopefully win today. 3 times we've played Ajax now, never got a victory. However, at home, we know we're a very good team, so I'm confident we can get a result today. Send the assistants. And they've gone for 3 up front. We are going to hopefully not worry about that, because today I'm confident we can get a win, hopefully, maybe. Confidence. I am confident we can get a victory. I'm confident we have enough to get ourselves beyond Ajax and get ourselves to another quarter-final in the Champions League. So, starting off, 4 minutes into the game, we're seeing ourselves a highlight. So, could be an exciting game. Here's Bakayoko picking up the ball, able to play it forward to this left-hand side. We have the ball. Moria back to Sidibe, trying to give it back to him, but doesn't quite work. Hopefully he'll spread it out to Leroux. We do find Leroux out on that left-hand side. He whips it in to Moria. Goes for the shot. Leroux will get it back. Moria gets it back again. And he's brought down. We're going to get ourselves a penalty. That's lovely. That's a nice way to start off the game. Sidibe with a chance to give us the lead thanks to a penalty. Give us the lead on aggregate and on the game. And he does. No doubt about it. Sidibe is a beast. So we were never, ever... I'd never doubted he was going to miss that. But 1-0 up. There we go. Looking to, we've taken advantage now in the game. Ajax, no, they have to score 2 goals if they want to win the game. And even then, we still have the away goal ruling sort of in our place. Even if they do score 2 and we level it up, we've not lost the game. Sorry about that, guys. Interruption. Let me continue forward. You didn't miss anything anyway. Perez picking up a slight knock. This is not good news. Actually, we do have an international break anyway, so even if his injury is a week or so, it shouldn't be too bad. But look how much we're dominating this game. I've just now noticed that as Moria is going to have to come off the field of play due to being injured. Hamza Ben Abdallah, a player we're training out on this left-hand side, will shove him out there. But, yeah, absolutely dominating Ajax right now at home. 62% of the ball coming our way, limiting Ajax to only 1 attempt in this entire match. Even if they do score, we still go through. So technically, we have a 1-goal cushion we can sit on. Ajax score, it's not the end of the game or end of the world for us. I would still like to get a second, though, and take a comfortable lead on an aggregate scoreline. Perez is struggling out there. I think I'm just going to take him off. We'll push Sidibe forward. We will actually bring on Lavalen and push Marola forward. So sort of shifting everyone forward a little bit in that line and bringing Lavalen on. It does look sort of like a defensive change, obviously. Defensive midfielder for attacking midfielder, but I don't think it's too bad. We still have our same layout, obviously, as... Wow. Ajax just tore us apart there. that is a counter-attack. What? I can't quite believe that. They just... Big ball over the top. first time shot as well. Martinez was beaten by the power. Wow. And there you go. Morola's not having a good game in the centre of midfield. So we're actually going to take him off and bring on David. Maybe that wasn't a good idea, pushing him forward. But we'll bring on David. And we now have 20 minutes in this game, either to survive or to go out there and look for a winner. And here we go, a highlight. Oh, Ben Abdallah went for the shot as the poor goal kick gave the possession away. But he was nowhere near the target. Nowhere near where he was aiming, obviously. And wow, we've not beaten Ajax. And in fact, the game's still not over. We could still lose this game. Sonogo's been tackled. We do win the ball back. It's David giving it to Sonogo. Got a lot of people forward here. Nice passing from the team. Leroux in the box. Beats 2 men. Plays it to David. Hits the crossbar. Sonogo scores. We do win this game. Just about. Our second half performance was nowhere near the level it needed to be. You can tell by the average ratings as well down on this side. Today, the performance by our players wasn't necessarily good enough, especially in this second half. Like I said, second half, we allowed Ajax to grow back into the game. Obviously, the reason we just scored that goal is because Ajax were throwing everything forward to try and get a goal. They knew they needed one more goal to win the game. In the end, we've been the team to benefit from that. But we are through to the quarterfinals, just about. Not as comfortably as I would have thought playing Ajax. But hey, a quarterfinal is a quarterfinal. This is only actually the 4th... Wait, is this the 4th time we've ever reached a first knockout round? So as you don't know, you can actually check that out. You can check out how you've done in all your competitions by going on here and then clicking on the Champions League. So, how many times have we been to a first knockout round? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. This is the 4th time we've ever got to this stage. And at least we've beaten Ajax 2-1. We beat them at home. That would be great for our coefficient points, obviously, getting a win under our belt. Perez is not out for too long either, which is all good. 2.8 million as well being picked up. How much money do we now have in the bank? It is surely at 60. Yeah, over 60. It was 60 before anyway, but 66 million, sorry, now. And I will cut this here, guys, and I'll meet you back for the draw in a little bit's time. And also, one other thing I should note, actually, before I cut it. We won the Senior League Cup 4-0 against Lincoln. Nice, typical, easy game for us. And that's our 50th ever title won here. That's the 50th cup, sorry, we've ever won. Obviously, if we added all my trophies together, I get a different number. What is that number? It is 59. So actually, the league, which we should win very soon, because we've actually qualified for the Champions League now this season, and in a few days' time, hopefully, we'll have won the league, so qualify for the group stages for next season. Then we'd have won our 60th trophy, or it'll be obviously the cup. But either way, me guys back in a second. Okay, guys, the draw. Let's get into this. So who can we possibly get? Well, we've got Barcelona, Benfica, Chelsea, Juventus, Monaco, Real Madrid, and Stuttgart. So, only one French team managed to get through. PSG are not a potential team we could get in this stage of the competition. But I'm going to run through the teams that I guess I would like to sort of play. I think we can beat Chelsea. I'd like to give Chelsea a go because I believe they're a team that we can beat. We have beaten them in the past, so I'd like to give them a go. Benfica, I think Benfica are a surprise inclusion in this quarterfinal, so I guess you could sort of say like us, but I'd like to give Benfica a go. And also Stuttgart as well. Because, I don't know if I haven't really mentioned this, but I believe the top 3 leagues in order goes England, France, and then I believe Spain. So the German and Portuguese team, and even Juventus getting here, are quite surprise inclusions, although Juventus do have some great players in their team, which is why I haven't mentioned them. Also quite surprised that Barcelona and Real Madrid, I guess you could say, are in this, because they're not a top league in Europe anymore, Spain, really. But yeah, let's draw this anyway. So, we're throwing out the hat first, great. And we will be playing Barcelona. Okay, great. That is great. We'll be going to the new camp. First time ever. Yeah, wow. What a task. What a daunting task. We've never played Barcelona before, have we? I think the past Spanish team we've played is Sevilla. May have played another Spanish team in the past, but I believe the most recent one might be Sevilla. No, Real Betis, obviously, in this qualifying stage. So we're returning to Spain. But that away game, my God. What a daunting task ahead of us. Home game. I'm confident we can get something out of this home game. Whether it'll win, whether it be a draw, we can get something out of that home game. But, you know, being Barcelona, we are going to need to get a win. So, I'll meet you guys back in the next video when we'll be playing Barcelona in the Champions League quarter-final. They stand between us and a place in the Champions League semi-final. May the best team win. So until then, guys, peace out.